It is my pleasure to welcome back the esteemed Mayor of Beaufort, Billy Keyserling. Billy, thanks for being on with me.
Hey, Kevin, now don't lay it too heavy about this esteemed stuff. Let's just say the Mayor of Beaufort.
You got it, Billy. No pomp and circumstance. You are it.
You got it.
Billy, a big part of government is how we pay for it. I'm hoping you'll explain to us how government bonds work and why our city's bond rating matters.
Right. We are, local governments are regulated by the state in terms of how much we borrow. And certain amounts of money we can borrow when we have the voters say so through a referendum, and others that where revenue is going to repay the bonds, we can float them anytime. The challenge is that you want to have a high bond rating, because a high bond rating gives you a lower interest rate. We just refinanced when our bond rating now is the highest you can be for a city our size. We'd have to grow almost twice our size to get a higher bond rating, but we're at the top for a small city. So that, for example, when our rating went up last year, we were able to go out and refinance some bonds and save interest and reduce the principal faster. So bonds are like if you want to buy a house, somebody's going to rate your ability to pay that back. And one of the things that is, to me, a little bit alarming is that Moody's and I think eventually Standard & Poor's, who are the bond raters, they look at our finances, they look at our financial position, our audits, and generally decide how creditworthy we are. Well, they're adding now consideration of climate change. How are you preparing for climate change? Are you going to be able to manage the inundation that comes with rising sea levels? Well, I think we can do it in Beaufort to a large extent, but it's going to cost money. And so if you're at risk, you're going to pay more to borrow the money. So it's sort of a chicken and an egg. So it's just an incentive for all local governments to begin to focus on what many have been denying, and that is the fact that call it whatever you want. I don't want to get partisan. I don't want to get left, right, liberal, Democrat. No science, so any science. The reality is the water in Beaufort is rising. These tides are higher and higher, and they're more frequent. And so, I mean, last week, you know, I took some photos that were in the newsletter that actually Stephen Murray, Councilman Murray, took the photos, where it shows the salt water from Battery Creek coming almost a half a mile up through the storm drainage ditches rather than the storm water being able to go out. So it's a serious challenge, and our ability to borrow money being based on that is something we should be diligent about watching and doing everything we can, because cheap money allows us to buy more for the people with less risk.
Well, Billy, we certainly appreciate your prudence in government. On behalf of myself, just want to thank you for your service in office. And Billy, I do hope you have a wonderful Hanukkah.
I'm going to have a fabulous everything, man. I'll celebrate Hanukkah, I'll celebrate Christmas, I'll celebrate New Year's. Whatever my friends want to do, I'm not open-minded. Let's just be thankful for what we have and stop and take some time to think about the men and women in uniform, whether they're our first responders or our military. There are just lots of people out there who do something for us every day, and we can't forget them and can't not appreciate them as much as we should.
You're absolutely right. And Billy, again, I am thankful for you. As I was telling the cameraman over there, Keenan, when I was just a lowly cameraman at this network, you always made me feel like family, and you're a big part of why I feel at home here. So thank you for that,
well,
Billy.
you are family, man.
Well, back at you, brother. Billy Keyserling is the mayor of our fair city. Billy, I look forward to having you back.
Thanks, Kevin.